Hear ye, hear ye. By royal order of the King of Hearts, there will be a head tax upon any electronic devices that should ring, beep, buzz, or in any other manner disrupt the course of events in Wonderland. The tax being, of course, the owner's head. Now, it's none of my concern, but to be on the safe side, I turn the penalty preference off for the time being. Furthermore, the Queen of Hearts has requested that visitors to the realms refrain from flash photography. It leaves spots in her eyes. Recordings of any form are strictly prohibited. As royal messenger and envoy to the court, I wish you an enjoyable visit to our kingdom. And please try not to get yourself executed.
Oh, my whiskers. Oh, my ears and whiskers. I'm so dreadfully late. The Queen will have my head. The Duchess will have the rest of me for soup. Is she gone? Have I lost that hideous creature at last? You there! Guards! Guards! I wish to report a travesty, a felonious malfeasance with unsavory designs towards my person and property.
You wish to what or who? Say again, in English, please.
I want to report a stalker.
Don't tell me. A short, bald fellow with a blunderbuss and speech impediment?
Be very quiet. I'm hunting once.
Wrong story! No. I'm being pursued and harassed by a young lady with long red hair. She's followed me down the rabbit hole, invaded my home, wrecked my ceiling, stolen my gloves and fan, and caused me to be terribly, inexcusably late.
When did you first notice you were being followed? Write this down.
Precisely 15 minutes after 1 o'clock, I had just noted to myself that I was running 37 seconds behind schedule. And then she appeared.
Can you give us a description of this reprobate?
Red hair, blue eyes, hideous fashion sense, questionable hygiene, and a penchant for destroying everything she bumps into. And given her deplorable lack of grace, that was easily everything in her path.
Just the facts, please. Height.
Hard to say. Somewhere between 2 inches and 25 feet, depending on what she's recently eaten or drank.
Write that down. Speaking of, have you had anything recently? To drink, that is.
Oh, the insinuation! The nerve! I haven't the time for this. I'm very late.
So, what's proper procedure for habitual offenders?
Standing orders are to report any suspicious activity to the Queen.
And then what?
Most likely, off with our heads.
Jolly good. Well, let's do that then.
You, sir, are an idiot. Write that down.
Tracks. Rabbit tracks, if I'm not mistaken.
It's open.
Are you Mr. Spay?
No. Mr. Spade is my dad. I'm Spade. Or Ace if you want to be cozy. Have a seat. What brings you here?
You look familiar, Mr. Spade. Have I seen you someplace before?
It's possible. I've been someplace before. How can I help you today?
Mr. Spade. I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? Anyone in particular, or will any old someone do?
I'm looking for my brother Jack. I haven't heard from him in ages, it seems. He's no longer at his old address. I fear something terrible has happened.
How long has it been since you last spoke with your brother?
Oh, several months, I'm afraid. We were never terribly close as children. He left home a few years ago.
Why are you looking for him now?
Our father passed away recently. It was his dying wish that Jack and I reconcile. Well, Jack is my only living relative. I need to find him and tell him of our father's passing. See if we can put the past behind us and move forward as a family again.
I'm sorry for your loss, but you've come to the wrong place, Mrs.
Valentine. Regina Valentine. And it's Miss, not Miss.
Miss Valentine. I've been down this road a few times before, and I've learned that when a man doesn't want to be found, there's usually a good reason. Dragging him back into the light isn't doing him any favors.
Oh, please. Ace, I'm so frightened. Jack may be ill or in trouble. You know, if something were to happen to him, I don't know how I could.
And it's no use turning on the waterworks either. All the crying in the world won't change the facts.
Don't you have a heart?
Go fish.
I have money. I can pay you. What did you say? Double your normal fee.
Lady, I don't know what you...
Triple.
I suppose he could be sick or hurt or need help. Okay, Miss Valentine, here's the deal. I find your missing brother Jack, and I tell him of your father's passing. I tell him his sister misses him. If he wants to make contact, well and good. If not, he keeps his privacy, and you get assurance that he isn't dead in a gutter.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Spade.
And we're back to Mr. now. I'm gonna need your brother's old address, a list of known associates, and some cash up front. Loosening tight lips is likely to be expensive.
You know. If you think we're waxworks, you should pay. Waxworks ain't made to be docked out for free now and now. Contrary, if you think we're alive, you should introduce yourself.
I'm sure. I'm very sorry. Could you possibly tell me how I may find my way home?
Impossible. Out of the question.
Why?
We don't know where you came from, no how. Contrary, if we did know where you came from, we want to know how you got here.
I followed a white rabbit. You haven't by chance seen him, have you?
Tall, pale fellow, long ears, waistcoat.
Yes, that's him. Oh, please, have you seen him?
Not today. Contrary, at least not yet. He'll be along presently. He has a schedule he doesn't vary from no how.
Would you mind if I waited for him with you?
Waiting? My sister and I aren't waiting. We've chosen this spot and this hour for our battle, which we were about to begin, but then you interrupted us.
Oh, I believe I recognize you both. Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle. For Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoiled her nice new rabbit.
You just had to go and post it on Facebook, didn't you? Now the whole world knows!
Well, ain't that swell? Say, kids, I'm looking for a man named Jack. Either of you know a Jack fellow?
I had a lovely Jack in the box. I turned the crank, and the lid would pop open, and out Jack would spring. Till one day you see my sister here, she broke it. I didn't break it. I tripped, and it fell, and it left a nasty bruise on my backside, it did. Why is it whenever you break something, it's always accidental or someone else's fault? Because I'm an ugly, mean-spirited troll, unlike some family members I could name. You take that back. I'm sorry. That's better. For any trolls I may have offended by comparing them to you. That's it. Game on.
I should have asked for more money.
Tea.
Multi?
Oh, thank heavens, food, I'm famished. There's plenty of room.
Well, if there's plenty of room, have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
Because there isn't any.
Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
Well, it wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table.
Well, of course it's my tea.
It's late for a great many more than 3. I'm looking for a rabbit. Have you seen one?
Nope.
Just him.
Are you Mad Hatter? I'm a hare. A March hare.
Mad? Well, of course I'm mad. You're mad. We're all mad here.
You mad, bro? Don't be mad, bro.
Shut up. You need a haircut.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
Why are you looking for rabbits?
Only one. A white one in a waistcoat. I need him to show me the way home. Have you seen him?
Now and again, here and there. My turn. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
A riddle. I believe I can guess that.
Do you mean you think you know the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what I say. That's the same thing, you know.
Not the same thing a bit. You might as well just say, I see what I eat. It's the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might just as well say, I like what I get. It's the same thing as I get what I like.
You might just as well say that I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing with you.
Give me that.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong! I told you about it wouldn't suit the works.
It's the best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs might have got in it as well.
Well, it was the best butter. No!
What a curious watch. It tells what day of the month it is, but not what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Why, of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't quite understand you.
The dormouse is asleep again.
Change places.
Change places.
Change places.
Change places.
Let's go change places. Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I.
I think you might do something better with your time than asking riddles you have no answers to.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
I dare say you never even spoke into time.
Well, perhaps not. But I know I have to beat time when I learn music.
That's it. He won't stand for a beating. Now, if only you kept on good terms with him, he'd do almost anything you like with the clock. For instance, suppose it were 9 o'clock in the morning, just in time for lessons. You'd only have to whisper a hint to time, and round goes the clock in a twinkle. 1:30. Time for dinner!
I only wish it was.
That would be grand, certainly. But then I shouldn't be hungry for it, you know?
Not at first, but you could keep it 1:30 for as long as you like.
Is that the way you manage?
Not I. We quarreled last March, just before he went mad. You know, it was at the great concert given by the Queen, and I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bats, I wonder where you're You know the song, perhaps?
I've heard something like
It goes on like this. Above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle,
Tea?
twinkle, 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 twinkle,
Tea?
twinkle.
Tea.
My ship. Well, I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen jumped up and bawled out, "She's murdering the time!" off with her head.
how dreadfully savage.
Right? And ever since then, time won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6:00 now.
Is that the reason so many tea things are put out here?
Exactly so. As things get used up.
Then you keep moving around, I suppose?
Yes.
Tea.
But what happens when you come to the beginning again?
Suppose we change the subject, Heather. I'm getting tired of this. Please, have some more tea.
I've had nothing yet, so I can't exactly take more.
You mean you can't take nothing? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
I don't know what you mean.
Fix this.
Nobody asked your opinion.
My opinion about what, stupid little girl? Ugh.
You need a haircut.
Stupidest tea party I ever was at in all my life!
Bye.
Huh? I think I want more sugar. More sugar.
Hey,
Take it easy. I'm not here to crash the party. Just want to ask you mugs a few questions.
The monks aren't very talkative. Rather poor conversationalists all now. Now the silverware. Well, it's hard to get a word in edgewise.
the nice especially are sharp conversationalists.
I see. A couple of jokers. How about I just deck you one? I'd just like a peanut sandwich.
We're running low on sandwiches. But we need some more cake.
Now see here.
Which is it? See or hear?
Both. Looking for a man named Jack. You know where I can find him?
Jack. That fellow off the beanstalk.
The one jumping over candlesticks.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more.
Wrong stories. Nobody here knows Jack. Why am I not surprised? Have you nitwits seen anyone unusual recently?
Oh, that rude girl just a minute ago. She was, also looking for someone? Who wasn't Hatter?
If I recall, she was looking for a rabbit. You both might be looking for the same person, though. A Jack?
Oh.
Rabbit?
Oh.
If you two,
3.
2.5, think of anything else, let me know. Here's my card.
No.
Pinochle sandwich?
Have some more tea.
Wait a minute.
No sign of that rabbit. Haven't seen a soul in ages, it seems. No signposts, no turnstiles. How does anyone manage in this kingdom? No tiger lily. I wish you could talk.
Queen Council, frightened of being planted out here with nobody to take care of you?
Nonsense. The only thing I fear is falling.
But how could you possibly fall? You're rooted so firmly to the ground.
I never said I was in danger of falling. I'm afraid of things falling on me.
What sort of thing?
The sky! The sky is falling!
Wrong story. Pipe down to help me, I'll claw your petals to shreds. She knows I can't reach her, or she wouldn't dare mock us.
How is it you can all talk so nicely? I've been in many gardens before, but none of the flowers can talk.
Put your hand to the ground. Then you'll understand.
It's very hard, but I don't see what that has to do with it.
In most gardens, they make the flowers to make the beds too soft so that the flowers are always asleep.
I've never thought of that before.
It's in my opinion you never think at all.
I never saw anybody that was stupider.
Hold your tongue, as if you ever saw anybody. You keep your head under the leaves and snore away there till you know no more what's going on in the world than if you were a bud.
Are there any more people in the garden besides me?
Just the egg upstairs. He's the main reason you didn't fear him falling.
It's very provoking to be called an egg, ragweed.
Can it, omelet?
How uncivilized.
Well, of course we're uncivilized.
We're wildflowers.
Why do you sit out here all alone?
Why, because there's no one up here with me. Did you think I didn't know the answer to that? Ask another.
Don't you think it'd be safer down here on the ground? Aren't you afraid of falling too?
What tremendously easy riddles you ask. Of course I'm not afraid of falling. There's nothing safer than a good long fall. It's the sudden stop at the bottom that terrifies me. However, even if I did fall, which there's no chance of, but if I did, the king himself has promised me with his own mouth to
To send all his horses and all of his men?
How do you know?
She's been stalking you, bud. Get it? Stalk? Bud?
We'd appreciate if you'd leave off the puns.
Weed and leave. Good one.
Shush! I'm not a stalker. I read it in a book.
Reading. Nasty, Elliot. But yes, all his horses and all his men, they'd put me together again in a heartbeat. However, this conversation is going a bit too fast. Let's go back to the last remark, but what?
I'm afraid I can't quite remember it.
Me neither. What is your name?
My name is Alice, but
Alice. Weird name. What does it mean?
must the name mean something?
Of course it does. My name means the shape that I am, and a good handsome shape it is too. With a name like Alice, you could be any shape, almost.
Rather a lovely view from up here.
Oh, indeed. From up here, one can see the comings and goings of most of the kingdom.
Could you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?
That depends a great deal on where you want to get to.
Well, it doesn't exactly matter where,
Then it doesn't matter which way you go.
so as long as I get somewhere.
Oh, well, you're sure to do that if you only walk a little.
I'm looking for a white rabbit. And a waistcoat with a pocket watch.
The Queen's royal messenger? He passes by here occasionally.
I must find him. I followed him down a rabbit hole and somehow got myself lost in this strange land.
I haven't seen him today,
Oh dear.
because today is the royal croquet match. His fuzziness will be delivering the Queen's invitation to the Duchess, and his route won't pass by him. However, if your feet are nimble and light, you may be able to intercept him at the home of the Duchess.
Could you tell me where I may find the Duchess?
Look yonder, past that valley to the east. Do you see that palace?
Yes, I believe so.
That is Club Diamond. Never will you find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Wrong story!
Okay. The Duchess presides over an establishment dedicated to the amusement of the easily amused.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And do be careful up there. Even with the king's promises, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Well, that was...
Entertaining? Irritating?
Exciting? Get it? Exciting?
time. And will you please lay off the puns?
Lay. Good one, eh?
Spade, good fellow. You look worn out.
Hey, you dumps. I'm beat. I've been shuffled from one bad lead to another.
Perils of the working class, I suppose. How is the investigation business faring?
It's keeping me busy. Say, dumps, I'm looking for a man.
Aren't we all, sugar?
If you find one, send him our way. Real men are in short supply around here. They're shaped somewhat like you, but more masculine, you know?
Now, Violet,
Don't get sappy. Sappy. Good one, Daisy.
Pipe down! Before I decide to pick a bouquet for my girl.
So I was saying, dumps, looking for a fellow named Jack. You know him?
I know several. Just across the way lives Jack Horner. Decent fellow. Bit of a gourmand. Then there's Jack Spratt. He has certain dietary restrictions. Him and his wife.
The Jack I'm looking for may be injured or in trouble.
The only injured Jack I know is currently laid up with a slight concussion. Fell down a hill while searching for water. Not the brightest child in the world. Still, he can't be as dim as the girl who was just here.
You don't say.
I do. Oh, I do say. She asked the easiest riddles. Why am I sitting up here alone? Am I afraid of falling? Have I seen a white rabbit in a waistcoat and a pocket watch? How to leave the kingdom? All easily answered, and I didn't even get a prize.
Curious, sir. Curious, sir. Seems everywhere I look for this Jack fellow. Seems his dame is beating me there. Did she give you her name?
I already have a name, which suits me quite well. I'm nothing like an Alice. Whatever an Alice is.
Did you say where she was headed?
She asked directions to the Duchess's palace, and I obliged.
Thanks, Dumps. I owe you a big time.
Nonsense, my good man. Who was it who took me on those hay rides and to all the harvest parties last autumn? Who was it who made it the most enjoyable of seasons for me? It was you. You owe me nothing.
I'm glad you had a good time, Dumps.
Oh, indeed. I had a great fall.
I get it!
You're late. I don't think I've ever seen you late before.
Where is the Duchess? I have an urgent message which must be delivered post-haste.
Yeah, right. It's always urgent, always post-haste. Keep your waistcoat on, Whitey. She'll be down in a minute. Want a drink while you wait?
Lemonade. Make it a double, if you please.
Wow. Never seen you hit the hard stuff before either. Must be one rough day.
I don't wish to speak of it. Ah, was this squeezed yesterday? I wish you wouldn't leer at me so. It makes me nervous.
It's a grin, Whitey. And it's when I stop grinning that you should be nervous.
You don't frighten.
And do you want to touch more spice?
There's nothing less appetizing than a bland soup.
Your Grace, Her Majesty the Queen has requested your presence today for tea and croquet. I am to return with your answer.
Deliver my apologies to Her Majesty, but inform her that I still feel the after effects of the destination last week, and I'm about to have my head chopped off today.
But how? Why, if I was to take that message to the Queen, she'd have me sent to the executioner.
And if you stay here, I'll send you to the cook.
Mr. Rabbit! Mr. Rabbit! Oh, please, Mr. Rabbit, I know you're here. I just need to ask you. Mr. Rabbit!
See here, what's all this ruckus about?
I'm terribly sorry, my lady. I'm looking for a white rabbit. He must know the way back to Whitehurst Fountain, but to refuse to stand still long enough for me to ask for his help, it's dreadfully discouraging.
Well, when I find myself discouraged, which hardly ever happens, mind you, but on a rare occasion when it does, I find it helpful to gather my thoughts over a comfortable bowl of soup. Cook, bring this young lady a bowl of soup.
Good gracious, what kind of soup is this?
Pepper?
Pepper?
Black pepper soup.
There's nothing like a well-seasoned soup to lift one's spirits.
I think a cake or pastry might be better for cheering somebody up.
Well, of course. However, I didn't say there was nothing better, I said there was nothing like it.
If it's all the same, I think I'll pass on the soup.
Cancel the soup.
No soup?
No soup? Soup. Thank you.
He's a talented cook. Every other day he makes jam. Had you arrived yesterday or tomorrow, you could have tried some.
That does sound lovely. I'd love to taste it sometime.
So would I. Unfortunately, the rule is jam yesterday and jam tomorrow, but never jam today.
It must come sometime to jam today.
No, it can't. It's jam every other day. Today isn't any other day, though.
I see. Is there no one here who can show me my way home?
Well, let me see. There's a very knowledgeable caterpillar to whom I should introduce you. Please follow me.
Hey there, Pussycat.
Hi, stud.
Am I shrinking or do you grow a few inches today?
No, I'm standing on a rabbit.
Any specific reason why?
Because he's not tall enough to sit on and still see over the bar.
Makes sense.
And I don't want him to see you and take word back to the queen.
Oh, that rabbit.
Seriously, Spade, you shouldn't be here. You're risking a lot by just showing your face.
Couldn't be helped, Pussycat. I'm on a case of getting colder by the minute. Thought I'd drop by and see if the old maid might be toss me a fresh lead.
Spade, I wish you wouldn't poke her for information when it's this busy.
Perhaps you're right. She does have a full house right now.
And who are you?
I hardly know, sir. Just at present. At least I know who I was when I woke up this morning, but I think I might have changed several times since then.
And what do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
Can't explain myself. I'm a prankster because I'm not myself, you see.
I don't see. No.
I'm afraid I can't put it any more clearly, but I can't understand it myself again. And going through so many different changes in a day is very confusing.
No, it isn't.
Well, perhaps you haven't found it so yet. But when you have a different chrysalis, you will someday, you know. After that into a butterfly, I should make you feel a little confused, won't you?
Not,
Well, maybe your feelings may be different. All I know is it would feel very confusing to me.
yes. But who are you exactly?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why? All right. mustn't lose your head.
Why ever not?
Because around here, losing your head leads to losing your head.
How totally unhelpful.
What were you expecting?
I was hoping for instructions on how to find my way home.
I am a purveyor of wisdom, not of directions. If you are looking for something you lost, you should make the acquaintance of Spade over by the bar.
Excuse me, but would you happen to be Spade?
That's a pretty personal question, don't you think, kitten?
My name's Spade. What can I do for you?
I seem to have lost my way.
Acquaint you first, sister. Just last week I had a client who lost her way. Courage, too. Turned out to be the work of a pretty nasty spider. I thought we sent him down the river.
No, up the water spout.
Well, I can round up mutual suspects.
No, sir, not my way. I'm lost. I can't seem to find my way out of this strange kingdom.
Your name wouldn't be Alice by chance.
Why, yes, it is. How did you know?
That, sister, is an interesting story. I took a case earlier to find a missing man named Jack. I was led to believe that Jack may not want to be found. He may be looking to pull up stakes, head for greener pastures. I've been shaking bushes and turning over rocks across half the nation. And you know what I found?
Leaves and dirt?
Cute kid. Everywhere I look, nobody's seen this Jack there. Nobody even knows him. But everyone's talking to some innocent-looking girl looking to leave town.
Really? Maybe she and I could. Oh, you mean me? Right.
Now, I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty good at what I do. So when I go looking for one thing and keep finding something else, I had to ask myself if the two things aren't connected. Maybe Jack is working with Alice to get everyone to slip.
Please, sir, I think you misunderstand.
Or maybe Jack is bought a cheap wig and an ugly dress and is trying to pass himself off as Alice. Which is it, sister? Or brother?
This is utterly ridiculous. I'm obviously not a man to think.
We'll take it from here, Mr. Spade. Calm down. We know who we've got here. It's the notorious knave of hearts who's wanted for crimes of high treason against the crown. And for terrorist weapons. Well, you're not that off. Well, what do you have to say in your defense?
I'm innocent. I'm no knave. Please, there's been a terrible mistake.
That's what they all say. Write that down. Not now, you idiot. Don't take it to the castle. All right.
Ace, what just happened?
I'll tell you what just happened. I got played for a sucker. I let greed cloud my thinking, and because I didn't use my head, that kid might lose hers.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Fix it.
Ace, wait! You'll get yourself killed!